What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to give a major set of props out, man. I definitely want to give shout out to a friend of mine who's been doing work in the community for a long time out here in Houston. His name is Pastor E.A. Deckard, and he got a church on the north side of Houston, Texas. And he did something real cool today. He decided to forego, or should I say, pass up accepting the collection plate at his church today during his church service. He passed up taking the offering. He said he's not taking up an offering this Sunday. And the reason why I'll say that this is very significant is simply because, number one, you just don't see that often with a lot of these pastors. Number two, he has a huge church with a huge congregation. His church is huge. His church used to be a grocery store. That shows you how big it is, how much square footage that he has in that church. And with all of those members, and with the fact that pastors, most pastors that I know of, they don't work regular jobs for the most part. Their job is the ministry, and they depend on the offerings of the congregation to support them in exchange for their service. Now I know what some of y'all thinking, because I can read your mind, and like, nah, they don't depend on, they pimping, they stealing money from the people. And yeah, some of them are. So you are absolutely right. Some of them are stealing money from the people, and they are using the ministry and using God's name and that platform as a way to it's hot, y'all, as a way to live fat. But me knowing this brother personally, I know that he's not built like that. That's not his MO. That's not how he's set up. That's not how he's designed. And for him to just forego that money, even for 1 week, is something that a lot of these mega churches wouldn't do. And it's something that they could afford to do. When you got these churches that hold 15, 20,000 people, and every week they're collecting tithes and offerings and money, and this offering and that offering and that offering. And to my knowledge, I haven't seen any one of them do that yet. And that would really be something that would be really big, to give back. See, that's a form of giving back, because we know every week that people give, and a lot of people that come to the church, they sacrifice money. They give money that they didn't necessarily have. And that's why a lot of these mega pastors are able to take advantage of poor people, because they play on your heart and they throw God's name in there to try to play on guilt, to say why you should continue to give that money up. And sometimes, if it's accepted the wrong way, if it's taken the wrong way by members of the congregation, they will give up money that they don't have. They'll be giving up light bills and things of that nature, and that's just something I don't believe that the Most High wants us to do. I don't think that God will say, yeah, give up your light bill money and sit in the dark to put this money into the collection plate, and the pastor is not hurting at all. I don't think that's what he wants us to do. But there are people who look at it like, wait, look, I got to do this, I got to do that. You have to be logical at the same time. But there are people who make sacrifices. So it's always a beautiful thing when you see a brother that's willing to give that back, even if it's just for 1 week. Even if it's just for 1 week. Because you're talking potentially thousands of dollars, like I say, knowing this brother and knowing the size of his church. So he is to be saluted, to be commended, Pastor E.A. Deckard. And he's also a man who gets out and gets his hands dirty out here in these streets. He pairs up with my brother Derek Muhammad, and they get out in these streets and try to combat and fight against a lot of the violence that's going on in our neighborhoods. So shout out to both of them when people are always talking about, well, why y'all don't ever talk about black on black this and black on black that. It's like, nah, there's people out here doing that every day. And Pastor Deckard is definitely one of the ones going into the worst neighborhoods, standing toe to toe with the people, and well, I should say shoulder to shoulder with the people, and face to face with the people in the community and addressing their needs. So that's just how this man is built. Um, a lot of you pastors out there that are stealing and robbing from people, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Some of y'all make millions of dollars a week, tax-free money, and y'all should be ashamed of yourself because a lot of people are still suffering. And no, you shouldn't be ashamed of yourself because you make millions of dollars a week. You shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. You should be ashamed of yourself if you pimping. You should be ashamed of yourself if you are misusing that money, and if when people get in trouble, they may not even be able to come to you to get some help. Alright, so anyway, man, shout out to Pastor Deckard. I thought this was a cool story. And y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave your thoughts below. Y'all can shout out y'all preachers. If you got a good one in your city, shout him out. It's all good. Sick of all this bad religion. Alright, man. Peace.